multiply forever. Let's keep the mathematics. That's the Lord's own reaper. Patient trader, eat. Non-emotional trader, sleep.
It's bigger than trading.
It's about mastering yourself.
Anybody can enter a trade.
You can conquer emotion.
Escape Babylon.
The cycle.
Move with wisdom.
Build with faith.
Smart action trading.
They told us chase fast money,
Bad money.
worship greed,
Love for trading.
panic with the crowd,
Modern Babylon.
build on fear.
Distraction and emotional slavery.
But discipline,
Patience.
wisdom,
Wisdom.
that's how you escape a system.
Smart action trading.
Yeah. Jericho walls falling when my faith get louder. Used to trade emotional, now my spirit stronger. Joshua rebuilding while they doubted every step. Now the pressure build diamonds every time I get tested. Escaping Babylon,
I can live chain of fear.
market full of idols.
I just walk a vision clear.
Planting seeds of solid.
While they chase attention.
Labor bring the harvest when you move with intention. Used to chase every candlelight and move with salvation. Lost inside the noise, trapped in desperation. Babylon system got the masses moving blind. Over leveraged souls getting swallowed by the grind. See the charts became mirrors showing pride and greed. Every red candle exposed what's inside of me. Had to crucify emotion, let discipline arise. Cause my vans trading kill quicker than the thief at night. Jericho standing tall like impossible resistance. But faith make walls go after consistent persistence. Joshua marching even when it made no sense. The patience in the walking when you wait for confirmation. See the weak chase entrance, the wise wait calmly. Person either burst pipes or create king sharply. Now I move strategic like the shepherd with the stone. Gave me burst of giants every morning at the open fold. In the wilderness, the promise still ahead. Every loss ain't destruction. Sometimes God rebuild a traitor instead. Jericho walls follow when my faith get loud. Used to trade emotional, now my spirit stronger. Joshua rebuilding while they doubted every step. Now the pressure build diamonds every time I get them tested. Escaping Babylon,
I can live chain of fear.
market full of idols.
I just walk a vision clear.
Planting seeds of solid, while they chase attention. Labor bring the harvest when you move with intention. I seen traders worship poverty like a golden calf. Losing themselves chasing candles, moving way too fast. The wisdom worth more than silver and the gold. The disciplined mind worth more than what's inside your palm. Follow you up a lot harder when I say I had to break resistance. Market levels and the chains, I can't protect my decisions. Now to set a cleaner, spirit moving sharper. Every setback became fuel for moving smarter. They panic with the crowd when the headlines hit. The move they know a building while they left that hit. The scrapperate they look foolish before the rain arrive. But survivors think different when they fighting to survive. Fast seasons feeling buried underneath the pressure. The seeds gotta die before they multiply forever. Let's keep the mathematics. That's the Lord's own reaper. Patient trader, eat. Non-emotional trader, sleep.
It's bigger than trading.
It's about mastering yourself.
Anybody can enter a trade.
You can conquer emotion.
Escape Babylon.
The cycle.
Move with wisdom.
Build with faith.
Smart action trading.
They told us chase fast money,
Bad money.
worship greed,
Love for trading.
panic with the crowd,
Modern Babylon.
build on fear.
Distraction and emotional slavery.
But discipline,
Patience.
wisdom,
Wisdom.
that's how you escape a system.
Smart action trading.
Yeah. Jericho walls falling when my faith get louder. Used to trade emotional, now my spirit stronger. Joshua rebuilding while they doubted every step. Now the pressure build diamonds every time I get tested. Escaping Babylon,
I can live chain of fear.
market full of idols.
I just walk a vision clear.
Fantasies are solid.
Money chase attention.
Labor bring the harvest when you move with intention. Used to chase every candlelight and move with salvation. Lost inside the noise, trapped in desperation. Babylon system got the masses moving blind. Over leveraged souls getting swallowed by the grind. See the charts became mirrors showing pride and greed. Every red candle exposed what's inside of me. Had to crucify emotion, let discipline arise. Cause revenge trading kill quicker than a thief at night. Jericho standing tall like impossible resistance. But faith make walls go after consistent persistence. Joshua marching even when it made no sense. The patience in the rocket when you wait for confirmation. See the weak chase entrance, the wise wait calmly. Person either burst pipes or create king sharply. Now I move strategic like the shepherd with the stone. Gave it burst of giants every morning at the open fold. In the wilderness, the promise still ahead. Every loss ain't destruction. Sometimes God rebuild a traitor instead.
Jericho walls following my faith loud. Used to pray emotional, now my spirit strong. Joshua rebuilding while they doubted every step. Now the pressure build down as every time I get them tested. Escaping Babylon, I can live, train to fear. Market full of idols, I just walk a vision kid. Planting seeds are solid, money chase attention. Labor bring the harvest when you're moving intention.
I seen traders worship poverty like a golden calf. Lose themselves chasing candles, moving way too fast. The wisdom worth more than silver and the gold. The disciplined mind worth more than what's inside your palm. Following up a lot harder when I say I had to break resistance. Market levels and the chains that kept us secting my decisions. Now they set a cleaner, spirit moving sharper. Every setback became fuel for moving smaller. They panic with the crowd when the headlines hit. I move like no one built it while they left that. Preparation look foolish before the rain arrive. But survivors think different when they fighting to survive. Fast seasons feeling buried underneath the pressure. The seeds gotta die before they multiply forever. That's kingdom mathematics, that's the Lord's own reaper. Patient trader eat, non-emotional trader sleep. Yeah,
It's bigger than trading.
it's about mastering yourself.
Anybody can enter a trade.
You can conquer emotion.
Escape Babylon.
Cycle,
Move with wisdom.
build with faith.
Smart action trading.
The information shared during this live stream is for educational and informational purposes only and should not be considered financial advice. I am not a financial advisor. All trades, ideas, and strategies discussed are my personal opinions and are not recommendations to buy or sell any securities. Trading involves risk, and you should always do your own research and consult with a licensed financial professional before making any investment decisions. You are solely responsible for your own trading results. The information shared during this live stream is for educational and
Top of the morning, traders, and happy Thursday, August 13th, and welcome to the Most Value Pack Live Trading Show, where we live trade, breakdown charts, combine high impact events, and talk trader mindset. Hope everyone had a wonderful day yesterday and is ready to kick off another opportunity-filled day. In the pre-market, we did get PPI data, unemployment claims. Unemployment claims came in above previous reading and forecast. PPI data relatively flat, lower than the previous reading, and a little bit higher than the previous reading, but below the forecast. So the inflation picture, 2/3 of the inflation picture, we got it. CPI yesterday, PPI yesterday. Now the question is, does the market have enough to break past this major resistance level that we've been range bound to? All right, so we've been trading sideways for the past 6 days. Can we finally break out with those 2 data points, or do we continue to stay range bound? So we have scenarios laid out for both situations. So it's a matter of which one comes into play, and we'll be there to take advantage of that opportunity. Again, guys, what happened yesterday stays in yesterday. What happens today stays in today. Stay present, taking one trade at a time. Manage your risk at all times. Make sure to like the video on your way in. Make sure to like the video. 100 likes will do the giveaway. If you're interested in joining our delay-free, ad-free stream, the link is pinned up top. We're about 15-20 seconds away from the open. Take a deep breath and let's see what the market has to offer. So we are going to gap up to open things up. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, guys. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. All right, so let's get the likes up. Let's get the likes up as you're coming in. We got our BOGTOG. Let that candle settle. Keeping a close eye on the Q725. That's going to give me a lot of insight. Right out the gate, Amazon sliding, Apple sliding. Okay, Palantir breaking out. Meta pushing. Microsoft chopping. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, guys. Okay, that gap might just be filled with that one candle. Look at that nasty trap, guys. Vicious trap. Okay, so team, you see what they did at that 725? They just flushed all those longs real quick. So that gap is basically filled there. Nasty, nasty trap. That was mean. That was very mean. As far as index are concerned, the one that has the most amount of strength is small caps, guys. Small caps do have the most amount of strength. Look at that. They get above prior day's highs quickly. Come into this key zone once again. Unless you short this thing right off the open. Okay. That's where the big idea is. It's very tough to take that. A PML breakdown, slice and dice under this key level can come into play. That's not SPY. What am I doing, guys? Same kind of thing took place. Okay, same kind of thing took place anyway. So, okay, I was looking at Google there, so we can see here. This might pull. Okay. There we go. Okay. The hourly candle is bullish. It's bullish as long as we stay above 773.90. All right. Hourly candle's trying to push. We are testing VWAP here. Qs are sliding to the downside. Dow pushing. IWM pushing here. Small caps do look promising, so I'm going to head over to small cap land immediately. So we can take advantage of that strength. Looking at the 305s, 304s. .305s to 304s at the money or in the money on small caps. We got Nvidia breaking that major resistance. We got Tesla starting to push. We got Meta pushing. We got Palantir pushing. We got Alphabet sliding. And we have Shockwave. Shockwave 5, first one on the clock. Small caps, guys. Bust out of that PMH, continues to push. It's almost like you have to take the trade right out, or you have to have the idea and take the trade at the riskiest point right off the open. Okay, that's because that's where the ideas are translating immediately. Qs still struggling at that 725. See if they can recapture and continue to push. Okay, SPY is trying to catch a bid here. See if we can stay above that daily upside breaker 725. Okay, this is a must hold here, guys. This is that major resistance we were talking about. So it needs to hold above that. We need to collect overwhelming evidence suggesting we're going to break it. The Dow's headed south. Qs are testing that daily 50% retrace. Small caps leading the way. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, guys. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Volume is low on YouTube. Give me 1 second. Okay, try turning up the volume. I'm on max. Volume is on max on my end. Is this it? Is this the legit break? Is this the legit break? Did we need CPI and PPI and that was it? If it is, I like how the Qs are above that level, guys. If it's a legit break, I'm going to shoot my shot on these 776s. If it's not, get stopped out. If it is, this thing can start to push aggressive. I like how the Qs are above PMH. Now I'll use Shockwave 5 here. I'll use this area as my risk. Okay. So you get a nice little signal on Shockwave 5. I'm looking at 776s on SPY. Okay, because everything's starting to push, guys. Especially Qs. Qs are pushing. Small caps pushing. Okay, still waiting for my signal. As much as I like it, still waiting for the signal. See if you can at least stay above 775.23. If you're looking for the retest, retest is here. If you're already in, okay, from the thesis from this morning, guys, manage accordingly. All right, we talked about what the criteria is for the breakout to be, to come into play. Give me a retest right there. I'm looking at the 776s on SPY. Come back. Very tight risk. If you're waiting for the retest, all right, you're gonna have to wait for it to come back here, and you can use VWAP as your risk. What I like about this is the fact that the Qs are gone. Qs are gone, just like we talked about. The Dow can slide as long as it stays above this major key zone there. That's fine. Okay, Shockwave 5 starting to push. We're starting to see Microsoft push. We're starting to see Nvidia push. Nvidia does have a clean runway. Scale out if you took that. Today is Thursday, so these are tomorrow's contracts. The 230s or the 227.50s on Nvidia is what I'm watching. Wow, look at that break, guys. All-time highs right here. All-time highs right here. Strikers, you notice how all the criteria has been satisfied for that break. Q's above 725. The Dow stable, stay within that range. Okay, if you take Shockwave 5, TP1 hit. 15s look good. Okay, as long as we stay above 775, let me make this a little larger. Okay, let me make it a little larger. Okay, we got a new 1 minute here. Give me a pullback or something. Where basically we broke out of that range. Okay, we're outside of that range now. Okay, SPY's headed towards all-time highs. Small caps already made all-time highs. Just like that. Good morning, good morning, good morning, guys. Good morning, everyone on YouTube. Let's get the likes up. Good morning, good morning, good morning, guys. Let's get the likes up. Okay, let's get the likes up here. So we're seeing some activity. We're seeing tremendous strength. Okay, small caps breaking those highs, more all-time highs. We're seeing tremendous strength in memory. We're seeing tremendous strength in tech overall. Okay, we're seeing some strength as far as sectors, communications, tech, mags. Mags are hot. Memory is hot. SMH is hot. Everything is hot. Okay, if you're waiting for Shockwave 15, Meta is also a candidate back to 600. We know Meta in that 600 level. 600 calls on Meta. On Meta, I'm going to try to get filled up at the bid. Okay, I'm going to try to get filled at the bid via Shockwave 15. Okay, you want to take that Shockwave 5 break. Qs are testing that PMA, that daily, that weekly upside breaker. Qs testing a major level here once again. New 5 minute. If we break below 776.10, we'll potentially see a seller step in on the one. Right, still a lot of buying pressure as long as we stay above 775.37. What I'm looking to entertain this is in this area here. In this case, Shockwave 15 guys might be into all-time highs. Tesla, massive move on Tesla. I'm taking video off the list. Let's add Tesla. Tesla, looking at Tesla, you can do 335s. These are tomorrow's contracts. Furthest contracts, guys, I would say 340s. Okay, 335s, 332.50s. Ideally, with 340s. Furthest strike you want to go. Anything further than that will be tough. All right, so the breakout is here. Okay, we haven't got that retest. Okay, we have Q starting to slide here on the 5. We have this hourly as healthy as can be. PPI and CPI is what we needed to get it. Yeah, that was a nasty candle on NVIDIA. That wick right there on NVIDIA. NVIDIA can be vicious. Okay, so during the first 5 minutes, okay, during the first, before the first 15 minutes, the opening drive, Shockwave 5 gives you the call idea right there. You scale out there, you TP there. If you want to hold a little longer, you can. If you want to see, there's a little more left on with a few runners, but you can see nice push right there on Shockwave 5. So you can literally be done within the first 15 minutes of the day. Tesla, I want to see Tesla hold above 330. Tesla hold above 330. That's encouraging. That would be encouraging. Meta, keeping a close eye on Meta as well. Above 590 into 600. What else we got? That's pretty much. I did like NVIDIA at some point in time. If we can get above those highs. Okay, we're starting to pull back here. Ooh, what I love here, guys, is VWAP is right there as well. VWAP is right there as well, coming very close to that conservative risk. Okay, is this just a pump fake? All right, so what I want to see is coming to this territory. And we'll take it to the upside. Okay, continue to slide here. Continue that slide. Everything's starting to sell off here slightly. We're testing that first wave on the 1. Come a little lower. Okay, come a little lower. If we can recapture 775.95, okay, that can possibly mean there's some merit behind that 90 may test on the 1. If we can't capture 775.95, we can possibly continue to slide into 775.37, and then that's going to set the stage for my potential long. We're seeing the Qs starting to slide here. Come a little lower. Just come a little lower. Come a little lower. Trigger that alert. It's either you come at that level, you immediately bounce off it, I'll go long, or sliced right through it and resurface. Look at that, guy. Small cap slicing and dicing at the downside. Next 2 seconds, we have a new 5-minute candle coming up. New 5-minute candle coming up, and we have Shockwave 15 as well. Come a little lower. So Shockwave 15, you're looking for the break above these highs. My entry, I'm looking for an entry right there. Look how close that was. Q's starting to push. Small caps looking to potentially break those lows. Interesting. Qs are on a mission to knock out those highs. See if they can hold. Shockwave 15, that's also available. Look how close it came to that entry. Shockwave 15, that's also available if the Qs can break into all-time highs. Just missed that entry by about 10 cents. Okay, 10 cents. 777 for Shockwave 15. See if we get a nice little hold. We got Microsoft pushing as well. We have Amazon pushing as well. Amazon was good to us yesterday. We got Amazon looking at 270s on Amazon. We got Palantir trying to push. Amazon does have a little bit of room to go. See if you can hold up PMH. And you don't take SPY there via Shockwave 5 or 15. Just be mindful that your initial target is all-time highs. Okay. Good morning, everyone on YouTube. Let's get to the YouTube chat. Good morning, guys. Good morning. Poll question for today. Market sentiment check. Bullish or bearish? So it looks like most of the chat is neutral to bullish. All right, so answer the poll question if you haven't already. Good morning, and God bless you, George, and your family, health, economy, and followers today and every day, brother. God bless you too. Fishman, smash that like button when you come in, everyone. It's free to show some gratitude. 100%, guys. Make sure to get the likes up. Make sure to get that likes up. We're here to provide as much value as possible to help you navigate these conditions in the markets every single day. Leading through demonstration and leading by with education. Verse of the day, Matthew 5:44. Good morning, Sharky. Good morning, Jake. Good morning, BLR. Good morning, Poman. Good morning, Nico. Good morning, Vanuz. Good morning, CK. Thank you for supporting the channel. Good morning. 28% on SPY. All-time high coming for SPY. Yep, SPY all-time highs here. Just like that, guys. Just 10 cents away from the entry. Happens. I want to see if Amazon can hold. We have Microsoft breaking as well. Palantir, also a candidate. Have no fear, Palantir. Break is near. Okay. So Microsoft, Palantir, Amazon, Microsoft, all potential longs. So for those breaks, I want the hold setup or the retest. That was a beautiful entry, Doctor. That thing just ran away right here. That probably came to that 20 right there. Okay, Palantir. Microsoft starting to go. Amazon on the cusp of going. Tesla also on the verge. So some candidates. SPY all-time high if you took it via Shockwave 15. Congratulations if you took a shot via Shockwave 5. It's not out yet, but if you just did it on your own strength, good. Microsoft, potential retest on Microsoft. Amazon, I want to see Amazon confidently hold above that PMH. I want to see Amazon do that. What's really helping us, guys, is the Qs. The Qs breaking out. Look at the Qs. Okay. This 775. Qs major breakout 730. What does that do to the SPY? It lifts it up. As long as what? The Dow stays stable, if the Qs can lift us up. And that's exactly what we needed. So the market was waiting for CPI and PPI. CPI and PPI. Okay, Tesla. Let me keep a close eye on Tesla. Tesla does have room to go into 330, 364, 65 territory. All right. No entry yet. Microsoft retest possibly brewing. Meta breakout brewing, but Meta has that breakout on Meta needs to hold above that 590. Okay, 590 is a tough level for Meta. Tesla, I want Tesla to stay above that 330. I can pull back some, but as long as that 330, if it comes back and retests 330, then breaks that level, okay, that tells us those 330 buyers are pushing this thing higher. There it goes, guys. SPY just need a CPI and all-time highs. CPI and PPI to make those all-time highs. Yeah, Microsoft is testing right here. After breaking is testing. See if Amazon can start to go. Shockwave 5 has been given the opportunities, guys. Meta 590, 590 coming up. Tesla nothing there. Right. If this just dropped a couple of cents lower, all right, that would have been a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful trade. All right, sometimes that happens. Okay, see if Tesla can fuel back up. Keeping a close eye on Tesla. I want to see Tesla go. I want to see that 15-minute candle continue to push. We have about a minute and some change left on that 15-minute candle on Tesla. Okay, I'm going to take Tesla right there. I'm going to take the Tesla calls. I'm going to Tesla calls. The 340s. So no close below conservative on Tesla. Okay, no close below conservative on Tesla. That's a high day. I want Tesla to continue to push. Go, 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 Tesla. Go candle over candle, Tesla. If you need to TP, guys. Tesla's up. Okay. Tesla's up 8. Okay, signal. See if that signal can get printed. There goes Amazon. There goes Palantir. All right, so the horse in the race for me is Tesla. See if Tesla can push into 333.72. Okay, I will take profits on the way, but I want to see if we can push all the way to that area. SPY continues to push. There goes Tesla. Up 12, 13. New 5-minute candle here. I want Tesla to break that 332.53. If you took profits already on Tesla, good, good, good. Up 20 on Tesla. I'm going to take a majority off right there on Tesla at 20. Okay. And we'll hold runners on Tesla above this breaker. So no close below here. I can accept wicks, no close below here. Okay, nice trade on Tesla there. Okay. Nice trade on Tesla. So no close. I'll say 331.55 right there. Okay. So quick 20% TP. Less than 10 minutes. An immediate drop as soon as we TP'd. I think we were weighing Tesla. We were weighing Tesla down. Tesla coming to test that 9 on the 1. See if that 9 can be successful. So my stop is slightly below that 9. So giving it some breathing room if it wants to come and test that 9. And these runners can push to their final destination. They want to continue to go. Okay. Dollar signs in the chat if you took Tesla. If you took Tesla, drop the dollar signs. If you took SPY earlier, drop the dollar signs, guys. Okay. We have Apple also potentially brewing. SPY, okay, so SPY, we talked about the rationale on SPY, played out to a T. Tesla up 24.25. Look at SPY, guys. If you took Shockwave, you get it there. If you take Shockwave 5, which will be out very soon, you get it there. Okay. SPY back on all-time highs. Tesla up 30, 28. Okay, so TP, guys. TP if you need to. Good, good, good. So this is the only program where you learn and earn at the same time. You can apply the things you learn immediately. Okay. Apple, good job, Gurmit. Okay, the main thing is, team, the main thing, especially strikers, I want you to have the ability to be able to find your setups, take advantage of setups regardless of the conditions. Okay, when the conditions are favorable, of course, makes our job simpler, not easy. It's never going to be easy. But you want to get to the point where you don't need the conditions, okay, to get as close as possible to your bottom line by the end of the week. All right, so if you don't get ideal conditions one week, it doesn't mean you have to wipe out completely. All right, it doesn't have to be famine or feast. Okay. Tesla, Tesla, Tesla. Go, go, go. Let this thing run up. That one is nice and strong, up 32. Already took a majority off at 20. C runners can go to 332.72, break that weekly upside breaker. I'm going to move it to that 15-minute open, no close below there. Look at this candle on SPY, guys. Okay. Okay, don't wait for me to say TP. If you're waiting for Amazon, Amazon is gone too. Palantir is trying to go, but we know Palantir has in recent history has that inverse relationship with SPY. Okay, look at SPY. So the breakout that we needed. So now you know for next time. And this morning we started off our pre-market saying, okay, two sides of the coin. Consolidation is tough, but at the same time, if it does get the break, it can be favorable. So with these runners, I'll at least walk away with 15. Okay, so I'll let it run. Trailing stop 15%. If you're using the 9, it's still above that 9. Tesla, Tesla, Tesla. Look at this. And it's not like Tesla made this Shockwave 5 out of here. Shockwave 15. This is already working out nicely. And it didn't even go to TP1 or scale out yet. Okay, didn't even go to TP1 or scale out. So this Tesla now, let's pay attention to Tesla. Amazon. Okay, if you took Amazon, congratulations. Okay. Apple possibly brewing. So for me, it came down to Amazon and Tesla. That's what it came down to. I want to see Tesla knock out that 333.44 in the next 4 minutes. And that weekly upside breaker is right there. Okay, and then between us and 335, I meant to say 333.44. Between us and 335, if I was saying 340, okay, is this 333.72. If we can knock out 333.44, I have a good chance of knocking this out. Okay, but we can get some pushback there, and that puts us in a good position to knock that out. New hourly candle on SPY. Guess what we're doing, guys? The buying continues. Buying continues. Buying continues. And the Dow starting to join the picture, guys. Okay, let's knock that out. Continue to go. Position update up 33. There we go. Now stay above 332.56. So you can see Tesla. There's a couple of indicators I'm working on that I'll be releasing as well. Right, when I talk about synchronized buying, synchronized selling, you can see right here. Okay, so I'm working on something as well. Okay, you can use this as a TP as well. Okay, a TP there, you can use it there. So I would say this would be a great place for people to who have runners to see this play out. If you have further data contracts, of course. All right, this is Runnerville. I want to see a close below 332.56 in the next 2 minutes. On the 1 minute candle, I want to see a close below there, 332.56. Okay, that's the leash I'm going to give it. That coincides very close with that 9. So if there are buyers, if this thing wants to go, they should buy it up off that 9. They should buy every dip. Look at SPY, guys. Look how strong SPY is. Look how strong the Qs are. Small caps, everything's on the same page now. Okay? Synchronize, buying. Okay? See if we can get an immediate bounce right here off that 332.56 in the next minute. If it closes below it, then I'll close runners. Okay, I'll close runners there. Okay, so gave it some time, went all the way up there, and now starting to pull back. So stopped out runners. So okay with trying to get it into 333.72 is close, but now it's starting to pull back. So thank you very much, Tesla. Okay, so thank you very much, Tesla. And now Tesla is starting to slide here. We're seeing some 5 minute selling here on the Qs. Fresh break brewing on small caps. So potential more all-time highs coming on small caps. Keep a close eye there. Still a little bit, maybe I'll get over by second shift, but this one right here, okay, I wanted to take Shockwave 5, came in so close right there and then just took off because the thesis was holding up. The thesis from this morning was holding up. So we took that out on Tesla. We got a retest coming up on Amazon, possibly resurface, reclaim on Microsoft, see if that can push back up. Meta, I'll be very cautious with Meta, taking Meta because of that 590. You want to see a decisive break. Okay, so the buying continues, guys. Buying continues. If Tesla can come back to ground zero, okay, I can potentially re-enter. It comes back very close to the initial entry point. Keeping a close eye on IWM here. Highs into more highs. I want to get a signal in IW. SPY continues to go, guys. All right, so if you were waiting for a day, an expansion day, you finally got it. But you have to know what to look for to capitalize off it, because sometimes what happens is all the chop has a lot of the breakout traders paralyzed. So when the expansion does come, okay, they're frozen. They can't pull the trigger. Okay, so we are expanding during first. So this expansion, we're not going to say it's going to be expansion all day until the close, but we're going to take it one shift at a time. During first shift, this is expansion. Okay, this is expansion. So Amazon, nice scalp there. Tesla, nice scalp there. Nothing went to TP yet. Looks like the indexes are outperforming individual names. Google, see if Google started to go as well. Google's in a very interesting place. Intraday bigger picture. It's at this major zone, major inflection point, so it needs to create some kind of separation. Looking at small caps, so the SPY retest is there. All right, so if you capitalize off that drive, that opening drive within the first 30 minutes of the day, dollar signs in the chat, guys. Let us know if you traded. Whether it was SPY, whether it was QQQ, whether it was Tesla, whether it was Amazon, whether it was whatever it was, Microsoft, Palantir, or maybe some other name that you identified. All right, so the first 30 minutes of the day are in the books. Resurface on Amazon. I like how it's collapsing back under. You can come back above it. See if you can resurface. Okay, that's why at this point, guys, I'm not saying it because it's my indicator, but at some point you're gonna have to have a tool that gives you the opportunities. Yeah, meta breakout brewing. All right, just be mindful of that 590. All right, so use confirmation. If it does break and continues to go, it can go to get to 600. 600, but just let it clear that 590. Between 600 and where we are on Meta, we have just basically 2 levels, 3 levels. 590 that we're going to address that right now, so that we're not going to count that. We have that 591.25, 595, and basically 600. Okay. 5-minute stretch. We are selling off on the 5. 5-minute sell off. By no means does this 5-minute sell off mean we're just going to completely just collapse. Okay. Very low chance. Just some profit taking. We have Google also coming up. What was the trade that we took yesterday? The runners went 80%. Was that Amazon or Google? I think it was Amazon. Yeah, it was Amazon. Yeah, I think it was it was Amazon. Okay. All right. So no horse in the race currently. So if you've been patient for the break, if you tune into pre-market prep, the scenario was there. So when you're doing your pre-market prep, if you're a lone wolf, okay, if you're that type of trader, all right, set scenarios. Okay. If this happens, I do this. If this doesn't happen, I don't do anything. So have both sides covered. You want to be able to gather the bigger picture context very, very quickly. And that's what successful traders can do. They don't need to do 7-8 hours of prep. Okay, Amazon is starting to resurface. Okay, Amazon, I'm looking at Amazon 270s. 275, they're too far, 270s. See if Amazon can just hang out there just for a second there. It's basically the same setup, guys. You know, the resurface, get back to a high day. All right, so this thing's starting to go. I might have, if I can come back a little bit, I can take it. Might have missed my entry. If you did take Amazon resurface, manage accordingly, congratulations. Okay. Those resurface setups have been tremendous. All right, and sometimes you don't have to take it all the way. You notice a lot of times with me, I don't take it all the way to the high with the majority or to the low. Okay, I take some off. Microsoft resurface was gorgeous. Amazon working out nicely. Apple starting to go. Look at Microsoft, guys. Software is starting to run. XLK is hot. SMH is hot. Memory is hot. Okay. Mags are hot. Everything is hot. XLE sliding. Financials flat. And communications hot as well. So if communications are hot, Google should get its act together here. Look at this, guys. Just continues to run up. Okay, continues to run up. Continues to go. Who took Amazon? All right, do not chase this. Use your trend system. Scale out on Microsoft. Microsoft, you did have to sit through a little bit of drawdown. Okay, but it was well worth it because it never got stopped out. So what do you see here, guys? Let me bring this to your attention. Okay, it's actually on, let's do this. Okay. So what do you see? So SPY on the 15 is bullish, 30 is bullish, hourly is bullish. Okay, 4 hour bullish, daily bullish, bias. Okay, bullish. You can see QQQ. Every time frame below the daily is bullish. We can see the Dow. Bullish on the hourly, bullish on the 4 hour. Still did break on the daily. Okay, above those highs, but failed to hold enforcement. Okay, so the Dow's not going yet. But it's getting its act together. Speaking of the Dow, and IWM also bullish on those major time frames, daily, 4 hour, hourly. We're seeing some strength on IW on the 15. Okay, the 30s failing to hold enforcement. The 5 knocked out those lows, so if IW can resurface above those highs. See if IW can give us some movement here. Apple going. Okay, so you should be able to get that read immediately. Okay, look at SPY. The reason why it doesn't show those colors is because I went on colorblind mode. Let's do this. Boom. So as bullish as can be. As bullish as can be. So this is what inspired this was, guys. If you guys recall, a few episodes ago, I talked about how to trade the trend, and you want to, when there's all these candles that are in agreement, you want to see some disagreement on the lower time frame, and then you want to play that disagreement on the lower time frame. Okay, back into the higher time frame. That's what inspired this here. Okay, so the choppy conditions are done, guys. Choppy conditions, 6 days, done. So what did it need? CPI. Not only CPI, PPI as well. 6 day range is done, all-time highs made. I do have a target here at 778.38. Okay, if you do notice, go to game plan here. Okay, those are the targets for the day. 778.38, 780. Okay, so let's see if we can get past that territory. Look at this. This is the Qs. Qs getting bought up. VIX is even getting VIX is even going up. Okay, we know how that goes. Okay, Apple. What a run on Apple. Meta and Alphabet have yet to go. And Nvidia as well. Nvidia sleeping giant. Nvidia sleeping giant. Again, guys, make sure to like the video. Let's get the likes up. Let's get the likes up. Okay, take a minute to like the video. Okay, all the viewers that we do have are real viewers, all right? So they're not bots. So if we can get everyone to like the video, we can get to 100 ASAP. And we'll do the giveaway. So we're kind of in a giveaway drought. And for those of you joining in the summertime, guys, you're taking your time to watch these episodes, to tune in. All right. The things you're learning in these conditions, they cannot be taught in any other condition. Okay? So the things you're learning in these conditions, they cannot, the things you learn in July, the things you learn in August, those are things you're going to take with you for the rest of your trading career. Okay, it's going to be with you for the rest of your trading career. I wonder where we're slowing down. 778, 38. Okay, that daily upside target right there. Some slowdown there. So that level's on our radar. Apple hit that daily upside breaker, 305.65. SPY has first pullback into that 9 coming up. The Q's outperforming everything. So look at that. 778.38. We're seeing the biggest sell-off so far. 3-minute stretch. Does that lead to structural breakdown? Not necessarily. Okay, but the biggest sell-off we're seeing is right there. Apple is starting to slide. Scale out on Apple. Meta, let's set another on Meta. Meta continues to consolidate. Goog is trying to resurface. $350s on Goog. Same thing with Goog. I wanted to come back in, guys. I'm going to be very picky with certain names for the entry. And if it means I missed the trade because I don't get my entry, that's okay. There's going to be more opportunities. Okay. We always say there's actually too many opportunities. Okay, so keep a close eye on Goog. If you did take Goog, manage accordingly. So one trade so far during first. Alright, so if you are green up until now, guys, stay clean. We got a retest brewing on Apple. Apple is interesting because it has a tendency to do its own thing. Meta's trying to go here. SPY gets above 778.38. The next level will have a 780. Google just pulled back a little bit. Tesla starting to stall. Okay, we're to have a hard time getting past that weekly level. A resurface on Apple. Get back above that level as it sells off. Okay, we're starting to see Meta go. Microsoft is ripping and roaring. Apple looks like it wants to go back to VWAP. Halfway there, guys. Folks on YouTube, halfway there. Halfway there. And also make sure to subscribe, guys. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. If you're a first-time viewer, let us know. We want to welcome you. We want to welcome you. Okay, so the break already took place. If you're waiting for the break, or if you just woke up, break already took place. 6 days of consolidation. 7th day we get a break after we get PPI data. So we need both pieces of the puzzle. All right, and then we get that break into all-time highs. Now, what are some things you can trade? Okay, continuation setups are going to be the low-hanging fruit, and reversal setups. Right, they're going to be that you're kind of going against the grain. The breakouts already took place. So for the continuations, you're going to see some periods of consolidation and then resume in the direction it was going previously. Okay, Meta did break there. Okay, see Meta can stay above that 590. Meta's good for a scalp. Alphabet gone. If you waited for that, Alphabet gone. Take a look at Meta here. Take a look at Meta. Okay, a nice retest on Meta. If you took Meta, see if you can get above that 5-minute high. There goes SPY, guys. TP2 hit via Shockwave 15. Meta, I'm looking at the 600s on Meta. Microsoft retest. Google retest. Amazon. See, Amazon can stay above that PMH and get that nice little downward compression. Break. Who's done for the day? I don't see a lot of done for the days today. You could be done for the day. Trailing stop activated. Okay, all the shock waves are going, guys. The only one that's left is Shockwave 60. Shockwave 15 already initiated the trailing stop. Trailing stop initiated. Where is it? Trailing stop feature. So you can move your trailing stop to where you want. Let's see, show trailing stop line. I want to see the line. Let's see if we do EMA, okay? And you can choose what EMA you want it to be. Okay, so if you had the trailing stop on, you get trailed out right there. If you have it on EMA mode. If you have it on if you have it on swing structure mode, you get stopped out there. If you have it on hybrid smart trail, you'll still be in. Okay, so Meta, you can see, spent some time about 590, couldn't hold, slices back to the downside. Okay, so Meta. Same thing with Meta, resurface. That's why I didn't want to, I wasn't too confident in Meta based on his personality. IWM, I don't want to lose focus of IWM. Sometimes it flies under the radar. Let's go back to IWM. See if IW can hold those levels. It's sitting right at that double top area, that 5 minutes. See that 5 minutes can continue to show strength. SPY is just ripping, guys. See if that candle can flip on IW. If it can, I'm looking at the 305s. Okay, see if Medic wants to resurface. New 5 minute candle here on IW. I'm looking at the 305s on IW. Want to see some buyer step in here. Try to resurface. Apple resurfacing. So a lot of resurface setups. Apple's resurface was gorgeous. Microsoft pulling back. Google also pulling back. So a lot of things pulling back. It's a matter of which one do we want to take. Google 350s. I prefer the resurface rather than the bounce. Also, Microsoft coming into play. Okay, outside of that Tesla setup, guys, no other trades. Okay, we've just been doing analysis. Squeeze out another 25% IWM calls. Beautiful job, Lynn. Possibly off that view up in that 9-ish territory. Good, good, good. The one resurface that played out beautifully was Apple. Apple's resurface played out nicely. Amazon testing VWAP, Apple pushing. No resurface on Meta. Yeah, Meta at 590 was going to be critical on Meta. Apple is the only thing pushing the upside currently, guys. We're seeing Q still holding strength. SPY still strong. But we do have this 5 minute candle still up for grabs. Okay. Five-minute candle still up for grabs. We have Palantir sliding the downside. Apple pushing. We got Microsoft looking for that retest. MSFT. 505s, 500s. Microsoft, these are tomorrow's contracts. Resurface. I'm looking for resurfaces. Very identical to what Apple did. Okay, so we are seeing some weakness here. Keeping a close eye on small caps as well. The Dow's pushing. All right, Meta 590 trap. Can something resurface? SPY strong. Dow is relatively strong. Okay, near the highs of the day. Small caps lagging. Mega cap pushing. Okay, so what's keeping us up here? All right, so last 10 minutes, Meta dumping, Microsoft dumping, Palantir dumping, Alphabet dumping. 15 minutes, Amazon dumping, Apple strong, Nvidia flat. We have SMH near highs a day, memory high a day, XLK high a day. Interesting, right? You notice that? Beautiful job, Elian. Tremendous, tremendous. So I'm waiting for all the selling to settle down and seeing which one can resurface. It's going to be between Microsoft and Google. Microsoft and Google for the resurface. Look at Apple, guys. If you took that Apple resurface, gorgeous. See Microsoft can start to push here. I want to say decisive push here on Microsoft. So the names are leaving the index. Does that mean the index is due for a pullback? We shall see. So it looks like first shift is in the books, guys. First shift is officially in the books. One trade, we finally get the breakout. We get Tesla to work in our favor. Tesla worked out beautifully. And we did see SPY break out beautifully as well. 10 cents shy of our entry. Shockwave 15 came in into all-time highs. Boom. All right, so you take the calls there. You take the calls there, and it gets the job done. Palantir headed towards VWAP. Google headed towards VWAP as well. Q's leading the way, guys. Q's leading the way. That hourly is as bullish as can be. 780 coming up. See if Meta wants to wake up. Okay, Google's starting to go. I'm gonna take Google right there. I'm gonna buy it on the ask. Okay, so I'll take the spread. Okay, I'll take it on the chin. I'll take Google on the resurface. Stop is breaking close below VWAP. That coincides beautifully with our conservative risk. Okay, nice 5 minute there, the 5 minute there on Google. See if Google can continue to push into 347.03. Go, 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 Google. Okay. If you can knock out 347.03 would be great. Up 9 on Google. Up 10. Go, 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 Google. TP if you need to, guys. Double digits on Google. Hold above that level now. Knock out those highs. Want that 5 minute candle to close out strong in the next 1 minute and 40 seconds. If you scalp 10 to 13 on Google there, good, good, good. If you're waiting for it to get to high day, still gotta wait, but it did give it 13%, 10% scalp opportunity there on Google nonetheless. So I'm opting not to take that. Okay, I want to see if I can get that into higher day. And let this play out a little bit. Risking conservative. Okay, risking conservative. There. Knock out those highs, Goog. We know you want to do it. This is what Google looks like. Okay, took this entry right there. Back above daily upside breaker, so I like these areas to hold. Okay, if you took profits right here, you can squeeze another nice 10-13% just on that nice little pop. Okay, I'm trying to see if I can get it all the way up there. So Google's second trade of the day. Okay, go, 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 Goog. SPY is starting to get a little bit doji-ish on the 5. Okay, there goes Goog. New 5 minute candle here. Goog, knock out that 347.15. If we can do that, we'll be on good terms. Okay, go, 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 Goog. Stay above 347.02. Okay, up 12, 13. I'll take a majority off right there on Google at 13. Okay, we'll hold runners as long as we stay above. As long as we stay above 347.02. Very tight stop with runners. Okay. At 347.02 will be it. In this next few seconds. And then I want to see us knock out those highs, because these contracts are a little further out, so they're very sensitive. So got to take it where I can. Okay, I'll close Google right there. We'll close runners right there on Google for about 5 to 7% after 13% TP. All right, so Google, quick scalp on Google on the resurface. Amazon also on the verge of a resurface. SPY starting to chop around here a little bit. All right, a little back and forth. Okay, so quick scalp on Google. Meta, resurface on Meta as well. But that 5.9 is going to be critical on Meta. We do have Shockwave 60 here on SPY into all-time highs. Highs into all-time highs. Good scalp on Google. All right, just give us a little bit of room. We're starting to see the Qs having a hard time. We're getting a 5-minute reversal here. Reversal candle brewing on SPY. If we knock out that 778.98 in the next 2 minutes, we will go engulfing candle to the downside. 3 down on SPY. IWM showing some strength. IWM, I wanted IWM to hold above that level, couldn't get it, so I didn't take it. So being very, very picky with my entries. What are you trading? Google, yes. When I say Google, I mean to say Google. %9 on Google, good. Okay, so resurface on Meta. If you took that, hold above 590. You have room to 590.25. You have to have precise entries. Okay, entries. And you have to stock a particular name. And don't be reluctant to TP. Okay, put some money in your back pocket. You can always get in. Don't be afraid of closing the trade. You can always get out. If it sets up again, you can get in. So we're seeing our first 5-minute sell-off here. Trailing stop hit right there. Since we're all-time highs, I'm going to take off Shockwave 60. Trailing stop hit right there. We're seeing 5-minute sell-off. So what do we do here, guys? We take out what? First shift highs. We trap the longs above first shift highs. Okay, so where do they want to drive this thing into? Possibly into 778.28. So far there are buyers on the 5. Okay. See if the buyers on the 1 can come in. See if Microsoft can hold that level. Look at the 505s on Microsoft. Little iffy here on Microsoft. But I'm still keeping a close eye on Microsoft. All right, more than likely we need the market to continue to push, because Microsoft did outperform the indexes early on. The 15, we are seeing some selling on the 15 on SPY. Doji so far. We're seeing 15-minute inside candle on the Dow and 15-minute reversal candle to the downside on small caps, testing that PMH and VWAP. Okay. So again, guys, make sure to like the video on YouTube so we can do the giveaway. We're halfway there. Let's get the likes up. So 2 trades for today. Both trades worked in our favor nicely. Tesla and Google. Missed trade by about 10 cents on SPY. Go back and rewind to see how that kind of transpired. And if you do miss a trade, don't let the frustration spill over into your next entry, into your next trade. Okay. Nasty candle there on Microsoft. Tesla looks like it wants to break that level finally. So Tesla, if you did take it further data cons, you could sit through that maybe with those runners, a little bit of drawdown, anywhere between 7 to 15% after taking profits, and then wants to start to break here. Let me fix this real quick. I don't want the trailing stop all the way there. And Shockwave 15 3.0 will be out, guys. We will be out very soon. Okay, with 2.0, we added the trailing stop, we added the noise suppression. All right, now we're adding custom risk management. Okay, custom risk management. We're testing that 9 right there, guys. SPY testing 9. The small caps below VWAP, down headed towards VWAP. So Goog's still holding steady. Possibly wants to find a landing spot here. Possibly wants to come and visit this area here. We do have a little bit of liquidity in this pocket. That coincides very close with that 9. Where's the 9? The 9 is slightly above it. Okay. Tesla going. Tesla, second leg of that break taking place on Tesla. See if Microsoft can get some fuel off of that VWAP test. If that VWAP test can become successful. Still a lot of selling on that 5 on Microsoft. Who's done for the day, guys? Who's done for the day? Yes, options. This is options trading, guys. This is options trading live stream. So everything I do is via options, not shares. You can take the shares if you like. Okay, you can trade whatever you want to trade, but this program is designed for options traders. Okay, we're leveraging options. Ooh, Amazon. Resurface on Amazon. Get back above PMH. SPY can catch a bit off that 9. Q still have some ways to go until they reach their 9. So good TP on Goog. If I decide to hold the target all the way to high day, all right, maybe we'll be back in drawdown, but I had to take it at 13. Okay, good approach. We see that Meta's playing a lot of games at that 590. Okay, I want to take, if 590 wasn't there on Meta, I'll have confidence. But look at this mess. So you can just scalp Meta, but this 590 is right here. That's what's stopping me from taking Meta. Okay. If we can get that break, resurface decisively back above that 590 and knock out that 590-125, this thing goes. But it just struggles here. When it struggles at those psychological levels, okay, almost anything goes. Okay, the sell-off is accelerating here. After grabbing what, guys? So if you had your trailing stop on, you close right there. Volume imbalance. The Dow headed towards VWAP. So we grab first shift highs and we topple. Okay, Google, if I held it, I would have got stopped out right there. Everything's selling off here, team. If the index's sell-off accelerates, guess what? IW to the downside. Okay, we'll look for one more setup. But be mindful, hammer off that 9. Okay, hammer off the 9s. So the sell-off is bleeding into the 15. The 30 is still bullish, but is failing to hold enforcement. Hourly still bullish, 4 hours still bullish. Okay. So this hammer goes 2 down, 2 up. That means it's finding a landing spot right in this area, in this general area. $776.06, okay. How are we doing, strikers? I forgot to do the end of stream poll. I think we did the poll yesterday. Did we? I think we did. But the day before, I think we got a 70%, 70 or 80% performance on the team. All right, we're taking trading and turning it into team sport. Okay. We're taking trading and turning it into team sport. Okay, Apple coming for that retest. Okay, SPY failed to hold, failed to reclaim that area. Okay, sell-off is continuing. Sell-off has bled into the 15-minute time frame. Q, they're trying to hammer here. Look at this volume imbalance on the Dow. Look at this. Look at the Dow, guys. Okay, this is why I don't trade the Dow, because there's not enough volume. But look at this. I just use the Dow as a gauge. Dow below VWAP. The candles literally teleport on the Dow. So this first shift grab, tremendous, tremendous grab. Does this thing want to get back to its volume weighted average? Q's also selling off. Dow falling off a cliff. Look at that. So first shift high grab. High risk reversal. But back to downside, but it does play out there nicely. Look at this, guys. If this turns out to be a pushback all the way to the lows, pushback at that daily open, this would be interesting to say the least. Because look at this. Look at that hourly candle. Hourly candle failed to hold above that 778.38. So this just turns into a giant wick on the hourly. Okay. So now that hourly candle seeing some pressure. Now that hourly candle is seeing some pressure. Q's holding the 9. IW, I'm looking at the Friday contracts. 303s. .303 puts. Full circle in IW. Okay. We're testing the TP1 target. Sell-off accelerates. IW will be my candidate for the breakdown on the indexes. The big thing you want to be careful for is a double bottom. Okay, you want to rule out a double bottom. So structurally, we're just pulling back here on the 5 and the 15. They're fighting for the hourly still. Okay, rule out the double bottom on IW. This will be the lotto for the day if it comes to fruition. We want the Qs to give up that level. IW puts potentially brewing, resurface on Apple. SPY looks like it wants to get back to VWAP. Testing this level right there, the hourly breaker. Okay, in the grand scheme of things. Okay. All right, we just gave up basically a quarter of the initial pump. Okay, we're still in that first quadrant. The Q's trying to go hammer here. If the Q's fail to hold that 9, slide continues. If the Q's hold the 9, go hammer. SPY reclaims 9. Then buyers there, but I want to see IW here. Keeping it close on IW here. Looking to break that level. Looking at the 3031 DTEs. Okay, so ruling out the double bottom. What I want to see is SPY continue its descent into VWAP. If I can continue, that will help IW break down, and the Qs fail to hold VWAP. If the Qs bounce off, the Qs fail to hold the 9. If the Qs bounce off the 9, if SPY starts to get some fuel off of this TP1 level, we can possibly see a double bottom on IW. So we don't want to take a short there. If we continue to sell off Qs and SPY, okay, that can help the overall sentiment. IW breaking that low and continue to push lower. Okay, so it's just leading the indexes. The Dow's also breaking those lows. On IW hourly candle, nice and bearish. Yep. It might even go engulfer to the downside. It just needs to get past the low of the day. And want to see this dump continue on SPY. Just ruling that out. Trying to get a good entry. You have 50% retrace line up beautifully. Good, good, good. So that's a critical area. Critical area. Memory's still hot, guys. Memory's still hot. It's almost like whenever the market does well, NVIDIA does nothing. Whenever the market is not doing so well, NVIDIA decides to move nicely. Because NVIDIA is still within its opening range. Right, atrocious action. Okay, I'm looking at the IWM puts here, 303s. Okay, broke that level. Let me get some confirmation. We'll have a conservative risk per usual. If I do enter, I want to see a hold of that break to rule out the double bottom, and I want to see what can support that thesis. Is SPY get that breakdown right here. Okay, nice break there on IW. IW does have room into that prior day high. Okay, let me just rule out that being a double bottom into 303.41. Because you're basically looking to go short at support. So you have to wait, gather the evidence, respect that you're at support. When you're playing breakouts and breakdowns, okay, the nature of it is, okay, you are looking for breakdowns at support. You're looking for breakouts at resistance. Okay. IW's 15-minute candle is also bearish. Okay, we're starting to break here on SPY. Give me a signal here on IW. Okay, nice push lower on IW. Hold. I want to see a close below it. Once I get a close below it and get a nice like little pop to the upside, I'll take it to the downside. SPY's headed towards the 50. SPY is also headed towards VWAP here. Let's get a close below that level IW. And this would be this would be my last trade of the day. Okay, get one little tiny bounce, just one little pop to the upside, and I'll take IW to the downside. Okay, I'll take IWM right there. I'm in the IWM puts. The 1 DTE 303s. Okay. It is very close to low a day, so I do have my conservative risk. Conservative. I want to see continued weakness across the indexes. That would be favorable. That 5 minute continues to sell off, so no kind of. Actually, let's look at it here. Let's look at it on the big screen. So they're not going to move as fast as zeros, but nonetheless, gives it some time. So I don't want to see it close back above here. Okay, and I want SPY to continue to push lower. So buying a little bit of time. So I'm in the IWM puts, risk conservative, no close above there, targeting 303.41. Okay. SPY still has a little room until VWAP. If you want to have a more conservative risk, you can use that PML, or I should say that PMH. So you can see on IW the daily and the 4 hour are strong. The hourly. Okay, we're starting to see a nice little bounce on IW. What's SPY up to? Okay, SPY is starting to catch a bid as well. So still in IW, so you got to stop me out. Because sometimes it has a tendency to kind of do its own thing and continue to go. But generally, we want everything else to sell off that can help us here. Some buyers stepping up here on the 5 on SPY. Alphabet resurface possibly. Meta starting to get picked up here. Tesla, massive push. If you're waiting for the resurface breakdown entry, see if you can break back below that entry level. What I don't want to see is I don't want to see a hammer 2 down 2 up on IW, because that tells me that buyers are stepping off support. I want to see all the buying get absorbed. SPY is starting to catch a bid. So that entry would have been better. That entry right there on IW would have been better. So let it drop, pop the upside, and then reclaim back the downside. You'll have a better cost basis. The whole point of the entry is to get a good cost basis, as well as rule out a potential early invalidator. I want to see SPY make lower lows. This thing can try to go inverse head and shoulder. Let's see if SPY can make lower lows. That 5 minute candle on SPY, we just get some hammer candle there. So new hourly candle here. New hourly, new 15, new 30, new 10. Everything beneath the hourly, we have new candles coming up. All right, so it's priority for IW to knock out those lows. Because we can't just see the buyers just step in and smash the buys. We can just see them step in and smash the buys. IW actually want reversal here. About to get stopped out. If we get a close above it, I'll get stopped out. No close. I'll accept a wick, but no close. I'm about to close it here. If we continue to push higher. That 5-minute candle is about to close there. To close above it, I'll get stopped out about 20 to 25% on IWM. If we can wick back below it, that'd be great. It's about to get stopped out here on IW. Just giving a little bit of a buffer. Okay, I gotta close it there. All right, as much as I want to hold it, gotta close it there. Stopped out IW 22%. So gave it a buffer. Eventually stopped out on IW as SPY is starting to push up. So IW stopped out. Looks like it wants to head back towards VWAP, and everything's getting picked back up. So let's break down that IWM trade. All right, so thesis is we want market to continue to be weak. If we can continue that weakness, possibly back to VWAP, IW has a good chance of getting back to the 303.41. That's the thesis. What's the area I don't want to see IW get above and close? Right up there. So what does it do? It starts to break down initially, and then starts to push back up, and then now it gets stopped out. So you notice how the indicator just says stop out there. Okay. Just like anyone else, I want to see it play out. I want to hold it a little longer, but okay, we know we have to cut those trades. We have to cut them. If it gets back below it, IW guys, I can potentially re-enter. If it gets back below it, I can re-engage. If it falls back under, I'll give it a second attempt. And that's been the theme this week. So every trade that we did get stopped out on, if you've been watching every episode, we got back in it, and it played out played out a little better. So I want to see SPY start to break down here as well. So see if IW can give us another resurface to the downside setup. Same entry, same exit is what I'm looking for, but this time around, different entry model. Okay, this time around, different entry model. Okay. Okay, either we can break back lower. That'd be great. I don't mind re-engaging. Same contracts, nothing changes. Get some follow through, get some momentum here on SPY. That entry might have been a little too close to the lows, right? Sometimes when your entry is a little too close to the low, right, you don't have a lot of wiggle room, okay? Even if it's a dead cat bounce, you can get stopped out. So looking at the same contracts. So when we initially got them, they were at 70. They're at 65 now, so they lost some value. Okay, and we're also in second shift as well, guys. We know things change during the shifts. Behavior is a little different. I like how SPY made lower lows. See if IW can knock out those lows there. Knock out those lows. SPY slice through VWAP as it comes into it. So that's what IW needs, right? So as it comes into VWAP, as long as that reaction to VWAP, even if it's bullish, does it knock out these highs? Okay. And shift the structure. That'd be favorable for IW. If you're waiting for shockwave, shockwave is coming back into play. Slowly but surely. Okay, see right now we can start to slide. I wanted to break back below that level. For my second attempt, reassess and re-engage on IWM. Okay, SPY is starting to slide. Qs are trying to get back above that 9. Qs have the most amount of relative strength. All right, Qs are testing the 9. So a bear's nightmare here is a flag off the 9. Okay, that's the bear's. That's the bull's dream. Bear's nightmare. If I get that alert on IW, I'll take the short. Get that continue push lower. SPY slice and dice through VWAP. They become a little lower. Okay, our first interaction with VWAP after going parabolic. So put in the chat, do we bounce off VWAP or do we hold VWAP, put some pressure on this resistance and potentially create a new cycle, or do we continue to the downside and we fold under VWAP? Hold or fold? Hold or fold? Moment of truth here. I wouldn't be surprised if it gets a little sketchy here. A little back and forth. How easily do we slice through that? How easy do we slice through that? Okay, IW, let's get an IW. Okay, I'm back in IW. For the puts. Same setup. Same contracts. A little bit of a better fill, about 2 cents. From earlier. So same thing, guys. Conservative is a risk. So ideally I want to see a break below VWAP, continue push lower. Okay, so let's see if IW can start to structurally break into lows a day. Now at least this way we have a target if it starts to work in our favor. All right, the tricky part is, okay, regardless how the trade plays out, is sometimes when you get that breakdown here, okay, all right, so intraday, of course you have other levels you can pay attention to as potential targets, but intraday you don't have much to work with. Okay, so there's no like targets outside of pre-existing targets, as opposed to sometimes when you get that pop back above it, somewhat of a dead cat bounce, and you fade that bounce. Okay, what I love to use is I love to use these lows. The lower low as my destination. Okay, so the difference is our first entry on IW is right here, which led to the stop. We got stopped out and ended up bouncing. The structure is still intact, and then we decided to get back in here. Second attempt. The difference is this one we have a little bit more clarity as far as where our target can be. Okay, the risk is the same though. The risk is the same, the idea is the same, but the entry is different. Okay, the entry is different. So SPY, break that VWAP. Put in the chat, do we break VWAP? Do we hold VWAP? So re-engaging on IW. This IW trade is the last trade of the day. Okay. Can turn to a slugfest. We do have a little bit of time on the contracts. Okay. How we doing, strikers? How we doing? How we doing? How we doing, guys? How we doing so far today? So Google and Tesla worked nicely. IW stopped out, and second attempt on IW here. Tomorrow's Friday, guys, so keep in mind. Okay, tomorrow you're playing defense. Despite the action, has been a great week. We try to stay as patient as possible. Block out the noise. Focus on the charts. Take it one trade at a time. One trade at a time. And before you know, we're at the end of the week. Okay. SPY. Close below VWAP. Get all the way back to shockwave level. Okay, IW lows the day coming up. 303.64. SPY gives up view up, that'd be great. Okay, we're using small caps as a proxy. Although they're not related. So on the hourly, what do we see, guys? On the hourly, what do we see? What type of candle is this? This is a bullish or bearish candle. This candle here. Okay, don't judge the candle next to it, just this candle alone in a vacuum. This is a bullish or bearish candle. Okay, IW, these contracts taking forever in a day. All right, if you're used to the speed of zeros, all right, sometimes 1-to-1s can be a little slow, depending on the name you're trading. But if you're right, it will eventually start to work in your favor. I just love the speed of zeros. Okay, when it comes to contracts, I live on the fast lane. Some people like to drive on the left lane. Some people like to drive in the middle. Some people like to drive on the right. But if you want to drive on the left lane, okay, you have to know how to drive. Those are zeros. Speeds are different. Okay, whether you're on the right lane or the left lane or in the middle, you'll get to your destination. But left lane drivers will get there a little quicker. Same thing with zero DTEs, okay? So IW as it approaches the lower day, again, if you took it with zeros, you're probably up nicely. You don't want to see a double bottom there. You want to see an immediate push lower. IW, if it moves 66 cents, if it gets 66 cents lower, then those at the money contracts will go in the money and have a potential to increase value. They have a potential to be worth $1. Okay, so if we can drop 66 cents, those contracts have the potential within the next 45 minutes, they have a chance of getting in the money and appreciating by upwards of 40 to 50 cents. Okay, use the next contract ahead of you as just a rough estimate, okay, to know what your particular contracts can be worth if they get to their destination. Okay, so how far is price from your contract moving up the ladder? All right, but over time, the value of the next contract also decreases, but it gives you a general reference point. Okay, low of the day is coming on IW. SPY give up VWAP. The Dow's falling off a cliff. The only thing holding us up, guys, is the Qs. Qs doing their best to hold us 9. Okay. The bulls are hoping and praying this thing has a break behind it. Man, these contracts are just slow as can be. It's almost like they're not moving. Okay. So low day coming up on IW. How we doing so far, guys? How we doing, strikers? With ticket money. Bounce back. The hourly candle is bearish. Good. We're done for today. Strikers, we're done for today. There goes IW. Finally. Okay, now stay below that level. I want to see IW get to its final destination. If you need to TP. If you have short dated contract, it should be up nicely. If you have the zeros, upwards of anywhere, depending on entry, anywhere from 8 to 12% is what you can see on that drop. Oh, stay below those lows. Go candle under candle. Look at SPY. So beautiful thesis. Okay, beautiful thesis. All right, our thesis played out beautifully. Basically, we're just writing an essay every day. Okay, we're writing an essay every day. So you can see very same thing. Every trade that got stopped out on this week was this kind of entry, and I re-engage, get this kind of entry, and it works out. IW up 14%. Scale out if you need to. Okay, we do have a critical level coming up. One is to stay below here. If you need to scale out, guys, if that's a trade you're looking for to get you some capital in your back pocket, make sure to do so. That's 14. It can be very sensitive to 303.41. I like how SPY continues to push lower. SPY is testing that weekly upside breaker. IW continues to sell off. The Dow continues to sell off. I want to see a slice and dice through here. I'll give IW until break even, possibly. Okay, see if I can get a little bit more out of IW. Risking very close to break even. No close above there. So we can bounce here off this daily upside breaker prior day's highs, as we're seeing Q starting to catch a bid. Okay, but if you did TP there, good. If you're holding a little longer to see if those lottos can run, you need to get past this 303.41, which is a major level. On the 15, a lot of selling pressure on the 15. Slice and dice through 303.41. Slice and dice. Okay. Major test upcoming here. Okay. Overwhelm the buyers. That is the target. If this is the first trade of the day that I took, this would be my stop. This would be my area where I'll look to take a majority off. If this is the first. Actually, if this is the first trade of the day for me, okay, I'll take a majority off at low of the day, and then give runners a little breathing room here. Okay. There we go, guys. We want to see it continue to push lower. Okay, we're still not past that area. Okay. Still not fully over that area. So you get a 5-minute close below it. We still can go hammer, so be on the lookout for any hammers. See if you can get some weakness on the Qs. Qs are starting to bounce. Okay, this is an area where buyers can start to reload. As long as they don't get it above here, I'll stay in. Okay, I'll move the stop to break even. Very close to break even, so because if the buyers can hold that area and the Qs start to fade, slide comes in. If the Qs are strong, SPY gets back above VWAP. We're just waiting for the Qs to fade. Okay, we're waiting for the Qs to start to slide. So put in the chat, does IWM go lower or does it bounce here? Up 17. Q starting to fade a little bit. See, SPY can knock out that 776.81. Go, go, go. In the next 2 minutes, try to create as much separation away from the zone as possible. Up 20. Okay, I'll take some off right there at 17 for good measure. Okay, see if runners can continue to go. But you notice, one thing I want to bring to your attention. For us to get stopped out 20%, it required 33 cents. For us to get 20% appreciation, it required 42 cents. Right? So you can see the skew. You need a little more when you're right than you're wrong, and that depends on how quickly it takes place. I like how SPY is starting to dump here. W stay below here, stay below 303.46. Okay, so this week all of our stop outs, we just went back, we re-engaged, and we were able to recover. Qs continue to push, guys. We need the Qs to fade. There's 5 minutes still up for grabs. Five minutes still up for grabs. They're trying to turn that into a golfer or a hammer. We're testing the 9 here on the 1. Testing first wave. See if I can sit through that test of that 9. I want to see if there's a dead cat bounce. If there's a dead cat bounce, this thing will continue to slide. We just need the Qs to fade. Alright, so no close above here. Who took IW, guys? If you took IW, congratulations. Is that a volume imbalance I see there? Yep, volume imbalance. Look at this, guys. IWM's candles has a tendency to do this as well, especially when it's close to midday. Third shift is 5 minutes away. Knock out those lows IW. There we go. There we go. There we go. Nice fall off a cliff. Next level 303.65. Up 23, 24. Q starting to fade. Dollar signs in the chat if you took that. Okay, so this took 2 attempts. It took 2 attempts. So I want us to reclaim that daily upside breaker. Target in 303.05. I like how the Qs are fading here now. 303.25, knock that out. We'll be good to go. See, these candles are teleporting. Okay, TP1 hit on IW, up 26. Good, good, good. If you took those zeros, these are going to be up probably 60, 70, 80%. Again, depends on your entry. So TP1 hit. Okay, I'll close it right there for 20. Okay, TP1. All right. So TP1 hit, closing it out there. Can continue to go lower into 303.05, but I don't want this thing to chop around, and that kind of ends our episode on a high note. Okay, so same thing. That's been the theme all week for all the trades we got stopped out. We modified the entry, came back in. Okay, this one, same thing, guys. The reservice fall back under always works very well. In these conditions, works much better, and that requires a little patience. All right, so if you've been tuning in, guys, if you're learning what this setup, if you're learning what this entry model, make sure you write it down somewhere. Make sure you make note of it, and make sure you try to practice it. All right, there's multiple ways to enter a trade. It's not just you see a setup and you just take it. All right, you have to refine your entry. There's a big difference between a setup and an entry model. Right, an entry model tells you exactly when to get in, what you want to see, what the criteria is for you to click the button. Here we go. Since we're out, guys, are going to dump. Here we go. Here we go. Everything's dumping. Look at that candle there. Look at that. Anyone still in IW? If you are, that's a great, gorgeous lotto. Maybe that takes you up to 30%, 40%, 35%. If you took it with zeros, 100%. Just 2x. Whatever the 1 DTE is. SPY. Okay, well, so what's the thesis on SPY? Did we shift structure? Nope. Are we making lower lows? Yes. We're making lower highs? Yes. Did we get back to view up? Yes. Did we test view up? Yes. Did we finally break view up? Yes. What is the hourly doing? Selling off. Okay. Let's look at our time frames. 5 minutes selling off, 15 minutes selling off, 30 minutes selling off, hourly selling off. The only thing bullish at the current moment is a 4 hour and a daily. Everything else, quick change. Man, IW. I think they're just waiting for me to close. All right, anyways, if you can see, guys, more than TP1. That's a 40% trade. Congratulations if you caught that. Okay. And that's how we do it. Okay, that's how we do it. So regardless of what the market throws at us, guys, we will have an adequate response day in and day out. Day in and day out, we'll have an adequate response. If you have any questions in the chat, drop your questions in the chat. We're going to move on to our extended live stream. And we're going to take some questions from our members. Continue with our show. So if you're interested in joining, guys, on YouTube, make sure to do so. Go to smartactiontrading.com. Smartactiontrading.com. Okay, if you want access to the delay-free, ad-free stream. Okay, if you want access to high win rate trade, high probability trade ideas. Everyone on YouTube should be in the free tier Discord. Tomorrow's Free Trade Friday, so I will be sharing the delay-free, ad-free stream in Discord for free. So you get to tune in during pre-market prep. Okay. Also access to resources. Everyone on YouTube, if you're looking to level up, make sure to take advantage of the monthly plan. Price increase is coming. When Q4 comes, guys, price increase is coming. The amount of value you get, okay, the only way you know is if you're in. Okay, second to none. We try to give you as much tools and resources you need to capitalize off the opportunities in the market in real time. So it's real-time education, real-time training. All right, and we'd like to lead with education and demonstration. Okay, to unlock domination. That's how we like to approach it. If you're looking to upgrade to yearly, make sure to do so. Indicators. Right, we've been talking about, we're going to phase out the quarterly. Quarterly will be phased out. Take advantage of Shockwave, guys. Okay, it's the golden goose. It pays for itself and more. Once you have it, you have it. Yearly's available. Lifetime is available. The link in the description gives you the yearly for about $4.97. If you want access to that, take advantage. Lifetime 3.0 is coming. So 3.0 lifetime, my lifetime members, you have access to 3.0. Okay. So make sure to take advantage of that. Everyone who purchased during the early bird window, or anyone that did purchase through the SAT starter pack, okay, that gives you 12 months access to the community. Shockwave 1.0, 2.0, you also get it. Okay, so lifetime Shockwave members are the ones who get access to it. Courses, everything available on the site. Okay, so make sure to visit smartactiontrade.com. Join our community, pin in the chat, and join us for Free Trade Friday tomorrow. Free Trade Friday tomorrow. So you get to experience the delay-free, ad-free stream, and you get a small preview of what we do every single day. Okay, what we do every single day. All right. If no questions on YouTube, guys, we'll look to wrap it up here. As always, thank you for tuning in. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you like. Make sure you drop any questions you may have. If not, we'll look to wrap it up here. We'll continue with our members on YouTube, extend the stream. We'll continue with our members as well, our SPY strikers. As always, guys, if you're green, stay clean. If you're still in the trenches, okay, change of character taking place so fast. A complete pump to a complete dump. All right, so I know you can't be late to the party. You cannot be trying to come in late. You see this take place, and then you want to start to go along here. It goes the opposite way. So you want to get your reads in real time. You want to make your assessments in real time. This is when technicals matter. Technicals do matter. All right, on that note, guys, if you're green, make sure to stay clean. If you missed this push to the upside, missed the drop to downside, all right, and you have some lingering FOMO, okay, don't take any trades out of the sake of trading or from frustration. Tomorrow is Friday, guys. Strikers, make sure we close out the week as strong as possible. And the second week of the month is officially in the books. Right, so if you're stacking up back-to-back weeks, or this week is your first week of being green, okay, my challenge to you is no trades tomorrow. I know it's a big challenge. We love trading. We love clicking buttons. Okay, give us a dopamine hit. I understand. I'm a trader just like everyone else. But I'm going to challenge you if this is your first green week, okay, being green is more important than any trade you catch tomorrow. It can be the trade of a lifetime. Okay, being green is more important than that, because there will be plenty of trades for you to catch in the future. But the things that it's going to do for your psychology, for your prep, for your confidence, when you go into the weekend green, is priceless. Okay, you're going to end the week on a high note. You have some momentum to carry over into next week. You're going to take a period to adjust, to improve, to refine. Okay, if you're getting stopped out constantly, I know these conditions are not easy. Okay, so don't get frustrated. Don't deviate from doing the right thing, even though holding those trades or adding to the losers might seem like it makes sense, right? Continue to do the right thing. Cut your trades where you need to cut them, and eventually the odds will start to work in your favor. All right. So if no questions in the chat on YouTube, guys, we'll look to wrap it up here. Let me check real quick. Okay, God bless you too. God bless you too, Fishman. Late to the game, but thank you. Ticker for small caps, IWM. You sound like this dude named Smooth Trader, who streams in the morning as well. Exactly like him. Yeah, so promo codes, guys, use the code trial30. Trial30, all right? A price increase is coming. All right, once you're in, you're in. Once you're in, you're a member, you will never experience a price increase. So it's not like one of these cable companies where you have a 2-year promo and your price increase goes up. Your price goes up after 2 years when the promotions drop. All right, if you're in, you are in. That's the price you pay. That's the promise that I'm keeping to members who've joined from the very beginning. All right, so by that time you have at least 100x, 1000x your initial cost. We can very easily make this $5,000 a month, and it will still be underpriced. But with that, now there's a high barrier of entry, so people that have less capital can be in. All right, so we're making this for everyday people. Okay, we're making it for everyday people, and what I'm happy about is this information. Okay, trust me, guys, is it's in the hands of the right person. I'm not saying that to toot my own horn, but I'm telling you guys this information is game-changing information. So it's in your best interest to tune in every day for free, to learn as much as possible, to ask questions. Right? If it was in someone else's hands, it would not be readily available. Okay? So make sure to do that. All right? We'll see you guys tomorrow for Free Trade Friday, free tier Discord. We'll see you guys 9 a.m. Eastern. Strikers will hang out for a little longer, take any questions. Folks on YouTube members, I will make the stream private. You can also join us there as well if you have any other questions. On that note, guys, we'll see you tomorrow. Stay safe, and God bless each one of you.
Jesus is the answer.
When the charts went dark, when the road got narrow, he was there.
Jesus is the answer.
I spent years chasing numbers on a glowing screen, thinking one more win would finally make me complete. Running after green candles like they could save my soul. The prophets make a poor God when they're sitting on a throne. Build my house on sand, watch the tide roll in. Learning every earthly kingdom has an end. Some valleys look so deep, I couldn't see the light. Some storms got so strong, I couldn't win the fight. But every time I thought my story might be done, I felt the hand of mercy say, my child, keep
Walking on.
not because I'm worthy,
Not because I'm worried.
not because I'm strong,
Not because I'm strong.
but because the shepherd
Never share.
never leaves his own.
Jesus is the answer.
Jesus is the answer,
Jesus is the way.
the anchor in the storm when the market starts to sway.